Startups Ask, starring angel investors, VCs answering questions from entrepreneurs and founders. We air every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. UK time and 3 p.m. India time. I am Vandana Tolani, your host for today. Let me introduce myself to you first. I had my own family office in Singapore and Jakarta. I worked as an investment banker and advisor to family offices and angel investors in Jakarta, Indonesia, helping startups from a diverse background, from fintech and B2B tech all the way to consumer startups. I was raising funds for them and providing them with a range of services just as Convanto does today. After 15 years of staying in Singapore and Jakarta, I came back to India. I did investments for a bit and then returned to advisory. That is when Convanto was founded. Today, Convanto is one of the most well-known boutique investment banks in India, led by a female founder. Today, I'm also a venture advisor with Loyal VC, the INSEAD-led Canadian VC Fund, having a core portfolio of over 160 investments in more than 35 countries. I'm also a partner with GST Venture Studios, a Silicon Valley-based venture builder. Over the years, I've arranged funding for startups and growth stage companies in diverse sectors like edutech, fintech, consumer B2C and B2B, agri-tech, health tech, food tech, disruptive and deep tech, as well as non-tech sectors. Please do have a look at my website for the wonderful testimonials written by my valuable clients. This month, I've been nominated as one of the top 10 women leaders in Wealth Management 2021. My expert opinion is often sought by leading business news channels and publications like VCTV and Business World, and I've participated in 155 plus talks all over the world. You can easily see all of them on YouTube and VCTV streaming sites. I'm connected with 300 plus investors globally, and we pick up global deals while being sector agnostic. Our ticket size is $1 million to $25 million. Let's start with today's session. But before that, I would like to thank the entire team of Latukan VCTV, Carol, Hasmik, Abhibek, who work a lot behind the scenes to get this show come live every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. UK time. It takes a lot of hard work to get these shows organized, and my sincere gratitude to the entire team of Latukan for having these shows and helping people connect all over the world. Today's show is going to be quite interesting since our guests for today are two dynamic founders of a startup, FinSafe Technologies, MyPaisa. MyPaisa is an early-stage revenue-making fintech startup based out of Hyderabad, India, and Bengaluru. MyPaisa is India's first and only 100% digital, fully compliant and disruptive chit fund app with 24-hour payouts of prize and dividends aimed at 30 to 35 CR chit funds users in India. Currently, they have 2,750 subscriptions with a monthly auction turnover of 1 crore and committed turnover of 25 crores for the next 25 months. FinSafe Technologies, or MyPaisa, is a consumer fintech brand that provides a tech platform to manage the core interactions like customer acquisition, chit operations, chit payments, accounting, and consumers underwriting, etc. for chit fund companies, IBG Chits Private Limited, in return for a service fee. In addition, FinSafe enjoys a commission from NBFCs, insurance, and consumer durable companies on product services like insurance, lending, lead aggregation, etc. FinSafe Technologies is majority owner of IBG's Chit Funds Private Limited. What is the problem that they are solving? Only 6% of Indian population is eligible for a loan. 94% of the rest are dependent on family and friends chit brokers, and money lenders. Only 17% of Indians aged 20 to 35 have savings of INR 50k. Millennials and Gen X are moving away from traditional finance products. There is an urgent need for an alternative financial ecosystem which is transparent, powered by traditional chit fund concepts, social capital, and cutting edge technology. Its co-founders, Mr. Praveen Reddy and Ravindra Kama, are friends from graduation and have known each other for the last 25 years. Praveen is an IIM Ahmedabad graduate with stints at ICICI Lombard Kotak Life. His last assignment was as a CEO with Chitmonks. He has been actively investing in chits for the last 2 decades. Ravi worked with companies like ITC Limited, Heritage Foods, Future Retail Limited. His last assignment was as a CEO with Mahindra Group, JV with a Belgian company in fresh produce space. Their CTO, Haresh, is an IIT Mumbai graduate with stints as a CTO with IndiaMart, EKO Financial, 360 Rewards, and with MobiWik. It will be quite interesting to hear their story. I would humbly request Ravindranath now to introduce himself to the audience.
Thank you, Vandana. Thank you, Latakan TV. Welcome everybody to our startup journey, FinSafe Technologies, aka My Pesa, which is in Hindi, it's My Money. So me and Praveen, like, thanks for the introduction, Vandana. Me and Praveen, we know each other for the last 25 years. So having worked in corporate sector for the last 17, 18 years, had a lot of leadership positions and then built businesses from scratch. I wanted to do something meaningful, which is able to create social and financial impact other than generating shareholder returns. So I found this model to be quite interesting. Personally, growing up as a kid, I understood the power of ROSCAs, rotating savings and credit associations, how they have helped me and my family. And when we looked at the same product after 20 years, not much has changed. It remained a traditional product. It remained a paper-based product. Me and Praveen, we are quite influenced by this product, and we wanted to disrupt. Almost 400 million people in India use this product. Uh, Surprisingly, nothing much has been done in the startup space, or nobody has actually tried to digitize this entire journey and bring out transparency and efficiency. So we're trying to do this. We're trying to make a social and financial impact to at least 400 people, 400 million people in India. We're one of the foremost 100% digital, fully compliant, disruptive chit fund app in India. So that's about me. So I would ask Praveen to introduce himself.
Hi, thank you, Vandana. Thank you, VC TV. Thank you, everyone. I'm Praveen. So, like Vandana and Ravi has introduced me, most of whatever I have done, they've covered. So I'm working with this chit fund space. I worked earlier with another startup which is in this space. Now I'm with My Pesa. Almost like 3.5 years journey in this space. See, chit fund space itself rings, a negative bells in our mind. Even when we wanted to work in this field, we had this thought, whether is this right space and all. But when we looked at the opportunity over last 3 years, when I extensively worked with chit fund companies, like I might have worked with some 600, 700 chit fund companies personally, training them in a lot of, their digital initiatives, in customer orientation, their operations, and even with the governments I worked, Telangana government and Karnataka government. During those 3 years of work, I learned a lot about this industry, and then I realized that it's a tremendous opportunity. It's a gold mine of opportunity actually, because like 300, 400 customers are 300, 400 million customers are involved with chit funds, and it's close to 30, 33 billion dollar kind of industry in India, and not much has happened. It's completely fragmented. That's when me and Ravi, we decided that there is customer base, there is loyalty. The customers are loyal to this product. There are a lot of activities happening around this product, and we have to bring a we can build a great consumer brand in this industry. That's the thought. That was the thought, and that's when we started our journey last year.
So let me take over from Praveen. So we have a small pitch deck. It talks in detail about what we do as a business, how is the revenue generated, what are the unit economics, so what is the business proposition, how do we acquire customers, and how do we service, and followed by there is a 1-minute video. I would like to share my screen now.
Yes, please.
Is my screen visible, Vandana?
Not
It's
yet.
coming on. Yes, it's visible now. Yeah,
Okay. So
it's visible.
good morning, everybody, and good afternoon in India. Welcome to My Paisa. In English, it's My Money. Invest smartly, grow securely. We are trying to build an alternate financial ecosystem for underserved and underbanked in India. Bharat, popularly referred to the term used for referring to low and medium income segment in India. We have 400 million such people in India. There are gig workers, contract workers. They earn quite well with the Indian standards. Their monthly earnings anywhere between 200 to 500 USD per month. They have roles like delivery boys, hairstylists, mom and pop shop, mom and pop owners, employees, carpenters, electricians. But they struggle to get access to formal banking system for savings and loans, primarily because of three reasons. First being conventional banks are overwhelming for them. They feel that the banks are not welcoming, they are intimidating for them. So they dislike going to banks. Also, when you looked at the traditional financial instruments available for them, they only offer 4 to 5% returns if you were to take a recurring deposit or a fixed deposit. And when it comes to instruments like mutual funds, they're typically for a longer period and they are risky in nature. And this segment having low earnings, they are very, very risk averse. But when it comes to loans, typically this segment is not looked after by any of the banks. Even NBFCs lend them, but they lend them at a much higher rate of interest. So even for secured loans, there is a time taken, expensive and time consuming process. So typically this segment doesn't enjoy any credit worthiness with banks and then NBFCs. So what this segment needs is a solution which ticks three boxes, is able to offer at least 10% per annum returns, is able to accommodate small and irregular savings, which is typical of this segment. They do not have a consistent income. They have small savings, they have irregular savings. It should be able to accommodate that. Should be able to help them wade through flow and stress zones. Flow and stress zones are something which are characteristic of where their incomes are equal to expenditure. Sometimes their expenses are higher than the income. So you should be able to cater to those zones as well. And is able to lend them at a competitive borrowing rate. So typically this segment borrows in the market at 24 to 36% per annum. Should be this solution should be able to give them at least 10,000 basis points reduction over the market rate. And most importantly, the solution has to be trustworthy because this segment is very, very risk averse. So come to think of it, we have such a solution in India for quite some time, hundreds of years. They're popularly called as ROSCAs, Rotating Credit and Savings Associations. So the segment size is huge. It's conservatively estimated at 33 billion USD, which rivals the entire banking deposits of Indian households, which is at 100 billion USD. Even this segment, even though it's quite popular, almost 400 million people subscribe to Roscas, it has its own pitfalls. The unregistered Roscas, which is the informal Roscas, run by neighborhood operators. The market size is quite huge, 24 billion USD per year. It suffers from poorly managed auctions, poor KYC, and they're illegally operated, unorganized, fragmented, and some of the scams and frauds emanate from this segment. And when it comes to registered Roscas, the market size is at least 10 billion USD. Even this suffers from delayed payouts once the auction is finished. Typically, Roscas take anywhere between 4 to 48 weeks because it's a matter of choice between bad and worse. The customer service is non-existent. There are a lot of layers and then a lot of operational inefficiency. What we have done at MyPesa or FinSafe, we have taken the best of unregistered and registered Roscas and solved for these shortcomings. Using technology, using mobile penetration as a medium, and smartphone penetration as a medium, we have an app which you can join a Rosca within 2 minutes. And then after you participate in an auction, you win an auction, you will be paid out the auction amount within 24 hours. And with this, we are able to generate higher returns than banks. Banks typically give you 4 to 6% annual returns. We are able to offer up to 10% per annum for savers. And we have completely transparent and live e-auctions. With this, we are able to increase people participating in an auction in a traditional Rosca is no more than 10 to 20%. But with us, with app and then convenience, we have almost 50 to 60% participation. We have innovated this product. This product has not been innovated in ages. So we have combined groups together and we are now able to offer multiple auctions in a month, wherein the customer has access to liquidity 4 times a month. And using technology, we are able to offer Roscas starting as low as $6.7 USD per month, wherein the other registered Roscas need a minimum saving of 135 USD, because this being UPI based, technology based digital solution, we don't have any cost of collecting payments and then disbursing payments. And we are 100% trustworthy. We are fully compliant as per the local laws, and we are proactively compliant. All our app, our website displays the compliances and certificates proactively. And we use a very efficient way to underwrite. We underwrite the customers while they join the group and also after they win the auction, using a proprietary MyPesa score. And we use quick and efficient social capital for generating this MyPesa score. And another important feature that we have done is anytime Pesa. So not only the auction winners, people who are saving with us, they don't need to pick up the chit. And using chit as a lien, they have access to emergency loans from us in partnership with NBFCs through anytime Pesa. So these 8 features are our differentiating features vis-a-vis market. So the unit economics is very, very, very good. So last year, the average Rosca size was 1625 for 25 months, and we were able to generate a net of NPA margin of 3.35%. And at this level, even with the cost of acquisition being $40 per customer, our LTV to CAC ratio is at least 8x. But over the last 3 or 4 months, the cost of acquisition has dropped by 1/5 of this cost, and the LTV to CAC ratio is at least 25x to 30x of the CAC. So in a short span of 7 months, we have achieved strong traction, 30% month-on-month growth. We have acquired a 3.2 million auction turnover. We have 90% retention, 10,000 plus app downloads, 3,000 plus paying subscribers, and average disbursals or collections per month is close to 0.13 million. And at this stage, we are almost acquiring 30% of our customers, either an existing customer buying a second subscription or referring his friend or colleague. We've been able to create strong financial and social impact, very important for our business. So we're able to deliver 10% per annum savings to about 200 customers by now. And we're able to deliver 18% per annum lending rate to about 600 customers, vis-a-vis a market rate of say 35, 36% per annum. And we have busted a myth wherein the Roscas were typically touted as completely cash-based transactions, but 99% of our pay-ins and payouts happen through banking transactions using the UPI method. And this way we have increased the formalization of Roscas. So, this is possible through all 3 of us. I think Vandana has introduced all of us. So Praveen and me, we're friends for the last 25 years, and Harish is with us for the last 8 or 9 months. So we bring a great complementary strength, and below us also we have a very good team. So we are looking to raise about 1 million in seed funds. So we have some soft commitments. at least 30 to 40% of the seed round at this point in time. These funds will be utilized to build a product roadmap for the next 6 to 12 months, and also in customer acquisition. 40% for customer acquisition, 40% through technology and product development, and 20% through for other fixed costs. So you can see right now we have 3,000 plus paying subscribers. By the end of this year, we wish to reach about 35,000 customers. And for the next 2 years, it'll be a loss-making business. Will be around $1.5 to $2 million loss. But from FY24 onwards, we'll start generating EBITDA profits. And that's how it's going to go. In the next 5 years, we plan to acquire about 5.5 million customers. So this is the competitive landscape. There's hardly, mostly it's a paper-based traditional rosters versus the digital rosters. We just have two of them to mention. So we're quite differentiated. Our average roster size is somewhere between, it's neither very, very small nor very, very big. And we're 100% compliant. We use artificial intelligence and machine learning for underwriting, like I explained, using my PESA score. And we are fully compliant. And then very importantly, we pay out the dividend and price within 24 hours. And then we have bonuses, and then we have a 24-hour customer desk, which is actually non-existent in this segment. So with this, our vision is to make a difference, create a strong social and financial impact to at least 400 million people, bring about transparency, efficiency, and then give back control of their money to the customers. Have a look at our customer ratings and reviews. We've been in business for the last 7-8 months. So we have close to 500 plus reviews across the online. So on Google reviews, we have a score of 4.9. On Google Play, we have 4.2. On App Store, we have 27 reviews at 4.1. So I'll have a short video. It's a 1-minute video. It's a product video. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. If you play the video and share that tab, then we can see the video.
Okay, I'm sharing now.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Excellent presentation and excellent video, and thank you for presenting it. I have a few questions here. What can be the exit opportunities for your investors?
Okay, exit. See, because we don't need very many funds, we are projecting to be profitable from FY24. So we are looking at 3 possible exits. Exit in the next fundraisers, possibly from Series B or Series C, or strategic sale to a large financial institution, because about acquiring at least about 1 million chit customers with their repayment histories would be very interesting for any large financial institution, large fintech player, or existing traditional chit fund. So possible by FY25. And also in 5 years time, definitely the company is likely to be handsomely profitable from FY24 onwards. But 5 years from now, I think definitely there is a possibility of going for an initial public offering.
Thank you. This is a very unique technology that you have come up with, and there is no comparison. But I would like to know the difference between chit fund and what is P2P lending. What is the difference between these two?
See, psychology of chit fund customers is to save for a planned expense. Majority of them become borrowers after having exhibited a savings pattern. So that's the primary difference. Risk of NPA is borne by the foreman or the ROSCA, but the behavior of a ROSCA customer is towards saving for a planned expense versus a lending company. It's like there is requirement of funds. He or she becomes a lender from day one. So your chance of NPAs for unsecured lending with this segment becomes much higher. So that's a major difference. And P2P is a pure lending product, and hence customers are basically borrowers, and their risk profile may be weaker. Uh, uh, which is confirmed by the interest rates charged by P2P lending platforms. So P2P lending platforms charge as high as 35 to 40% per annum, basically to cover up for the NPAs. And traditional ROSCAs, the NPS rates have been nothing more than 1% or even 0.75%. So that's a huge difference. Here we are actually lending to lending to a group of savers. There you're lending to lenders, and these are unsecured loans for low and medium income segment. So there is a difference.
Thank you so much. So, as we come to the end of the show, I just wanted to know how did you, both of you, feel coming here today, and where could people reach out to you, and what are your closing remarks for the show today?
So we have our website there, www.mypaisa.com. So you guys anybody interested in actually talking to us for any partnership or any investment opportunities, or just wanting to exchange ideas or wanting to know more about us, please reach out to me at ravi@mypaisa.com or praveen@mypaisa.com. And thank you, Vandana, for actually inviting us on this show. We really enjoyed it, and hopefully we would have given something out to the world and then inspired a few more people, and then probably looking for potential interest from any investors from around the world. Praveen, your closing remarks?
Yeah.
Thank you, Vandana. Thanks for the great opportunity for showcasing our company here. So, thank you.
So I would like to thank both of you for taking your precious time and coming on this show. Our investors who are watching this show, any companies that are watching this show would like to collaborate with Veera and Ravindra, please feel free to reach out to them on their website and also on their LinkedIn handles. If you would like to reach out to me, to reach out to FinSafe Technologies, please feel free to reach to my website, www.convanto.com. And please do feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. If you would like to come here on Startups Ask, where we could help you get connected with lots of investors globally and help your company reach globally. Once again, I would like to thank the entire team of Latukan for having myself, Veera, and Ravindra here on today's Startup Hours. Thank you for all of us, and goodbye for now.
Thank you, Vandana. Thank you, Team Latukan.